Welcome to Eye-Opening Facts. I'm Robert Sochi.
I'm Tuan Pham. Today we're going to talk about Sochi.
Yes. So what has happened is that in the Winter Olympics, the gay community is very disturbed about a law that President Putin, Russia's president, has done about gay propaganda. So I have many relatives that still live in Russia, and one of my relatives knows someone who's gay, and they can't hold hands. So what's interesting is that in our country, where gay rights has really taken an amazing shift in the last decade, something of the Pew poll says that 60% of Americans believe homosexuality should be tolerated. In Russia, it's 16%. Now, what makes Russia so unique among Europeans is that Europe is very pro-gay. I mean, Spain, I think it's 88% pro-gay, 87% in Germany. So it's fascinating how different Russia is.
That's an interesting point, right? This is the only time that the KGB is supporting what the people want.
Yeah, actually, that is really remarkable. But the world is absolutely, particularly in the United States, is very much against it. Some people are talking about a ban against vodka. Lady Gaga is in the mix. I mean, it's funny. It used to be when people said I'm against Russia because of the Cold War. Now there are a lot of young people who don't remember the Cold War, yet they're against Russia because of this.
Well, the scary thing is more than just what Russia is doing, right? You bring up some very interesting, eye-opening facts about other countries. Can you share with us?
Yes, because what's interesting about how gay rights has shifted, yes, the United States and Western Europe is very tolerant. But, you know, if you think Russia is bad, many Muslim countries, there are 7 Muslim countries that actually believe it's acceptable to kill someone for being gay. And
kill someone?
Yeah.
We're in the 21st century?
At least in Europe we are. In America,
and we have all these leaders who are in the position of power that believe these kind of backward thinking.
Yeah, no, it is, and I think that, you know, in the Olympics, you know, people say we should boycott Russia, but I actually think that if you look at 1980, when the Soviets invaded Afghanistan, a lot of countries boycotted the Summer Olympics, which were held in Moscow. That really didn't change the Soviets leaving Afghanistan. I mean, there were other reasons why they left, but it wasn't because of the Olympics. And interestingly, they actually tried to boycott us when the Summer Olympics were in Los Angeles in '84. But in '76, when the Olympics were in Montreal, when the Summer Olympics, I believe, were in Montreal, they actually had a boycott of South Africa because South Africa had apartheid. So they said, look, you're out of the Olympics. This is against the spirit of the Olympics. And I think that the countries that believe gays should be executed, these 7 countries should be out of the Olympics. And I think that would be huge. And what's interesting about the Winter Olympics is many of these countries don't even participate in the winter, except one. I think Iran participates in the Olympics. But, you know, you could kick them out in the Winter Olympics, and then the Summer Olympics, where they all participate, then they would probably be forced to follow suit. So theoretically, it would be much easier to do that than try to boycott the host of the Olympics. And it might be even more effective.
Right, yeah. You know, like, let's boycott Russia right now. They're hosting Sochi, so of course we can't do that. But it's interesting politics that we're talking about, right?
If you look at 1936, when the Summer Olympics were in Berlin, you know, Hitler was trying to show, hey, we are the best, you know. But when Jesse Owens won 4 gold medals, this is an African American, and beating Nazi athletes, he was showing that we're better because we have tolerance. Now, we didn't win those Olympics, but U.S. has won most of the Summer Olympics since then. And it's because we believe in something that's better. We believe in diversity. We believe everyone should have a right to compete. And they believed in something different. So it was about, we're better because we allow everyone to compete. And that's a huge part of the Olympics.
That's a very, very good point. That's an eye-opening fact for me. You just educated me about this very important way of dealing with other nations, you know, who are very intolerant.
But I want to also just say this about the Olympics to wrap it up. I feel that the thing that really gets me, you know, yes, I love it when America beats foreigners in the Olympics, but, you know, we're about something better. We are better than most countries. People come here because we're a great nation. So when you say go USA, it's not just about, you know, being the country, our country. It's also about an idea that's better. And thank God we're in America. So in the Olympics, go USA. I'm Robert Sochi.
I'm Tuan Pham.
This is Eye-Opening Facts.